Hello, and welcome to Let's Talk Spoop. I'm your host, Don, and today I am recording from my front porch, where it's raining and beautiful outside because I live in Hawaii, and those of you who listen and don't live in Hawaii should be jealous of me. Anyway, it is a beautiful, windy, and rainy day here, and I just kind of like the ambiance, so I figured I would record outside today. So, today, the movie of which we are speaking is Nocturne on Amazon Prime. So Nocturne is a part of a 4-piece set of movies that Blumhouse made on Amazon Prime and that my best friend, Jeremiah, thinks aren't very good. But, I beg to differ. And thusly, we are going to talk about one of them that I watched because he told me to watch it so that he could get other people's opinions instead of just basing them off of his own. So, as I said, we're talking about Nocturne on Amazon Prime. As per usual on Let's Talk Spoop, we break things down into 5 separate categories. Those 5 separate categories are, 6 separate categories. Those 6 separate categories are story, acting, music, atmosphere, look, and creep, which honestly I think is the most important factor, but that's beside the point. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and get into Nocturne on Amazon Prime. So, story opens up, camera's moving down the hallway, kind of spooky hallway, spooky photo or spooky painting in the background, spooky music playing on the violin. It comes down this hallway, and you turn into a room, and there is a Asian woman playing the violin. She's playing a song called The Devil's Trill. So, she's playing it. The clock strikes 6. She sets down her instrument, walks out onto the balcony attached to the room that she's in, jumps off the balcony. Boom. Opening of the movie. Pretty good opening, in my opinion. There's some crazy symbols on the wall, and it's a pretty good opening. Kind of gives you an idea of kind of what you're in for. Then we get the opening credits, which is like a montage of these twin girls growing up, learning to play the piano, and then now they are essentially grown up. They're 17 years old. They are in their senior year at high school. They go to a boarding school for gifted musicians, and you find out that one of the twins, who's not the main character, got accepted into the Juilliard, whereas the other one is taking a break year before going on to college. And you get the one twin's a little bit jealous, but it doesn't seem to be too big of a deal. But then it becomes a big deal. So the one twin, the introverted one, she finds this notebook that belonged to the girl who committed suicide at the beginning of the movie. It's got a creepy drawing on it. She opens it up, and it's got the music for The Devil's Trill, and it's also got these kind of creepy sketches inside of it. And it takes the main character a surprisingly long amount of time to figure out that the writing on the drawings is just backwards, and she just has to look at it in the mirror. She's kind of dumb. So the drawings are images, and then she starts seeing those images in her real life. And it's kind of like, is the book prophetic? Is it telling her things? And she starts to become better. She gets more popular, becomes better at playing, or has more confidence when she plays music, all that stuff. And it kind of goes from there. There's a scene where she runs into the ghost of the suicided girl, and that's about it. She hallucinates a lot, and the ending is weird, and it leaves you kind of wondering what you just saw, which can be a good thing, but also can be a bad thing. So it just kind of depends upon, what you are into. So anyway, for story, I put 3 out of 5. I like the story, but, music associated with the devil is not terribly original. I've actually done a review on another movie that was the exact same premise. So, so that's the story. 3 out of 5. Acting, middle of the road. No known actors in this movie at all. It's a Blumhouse film. Blumhouse is pretty well known for making inexpensive films, and they don't necessarily need good actors for inexpensive films, or well-known actors. So 2.5 out of 5 for acting. The music is good. It's really good, as you would expect, because it's a movie about kids going to school to learn music. So you expect there to be good music. One of the cool things that I enjoyed is there's scene transitions that's like a bunch of people playing different songs all at the same time. And it's just this weird discordance that I thought like helped to kind of put you on edge really well. And then there's like a fairly regular played vocalization when something like bad or creepy happens that I thought was really good. So for music, I gave it a 4 out of 5. Music's not perfect, but it's pretty dang good. Atmosphere, it keeps you involved. You have a kind of desire to see what happens next, to know what happens. But then the ending is very ambiguous, so it kind of makes the atmosphere disappointing and not a very good payoff. So 3 out of 5 for the atmosphere. The look, nothing special. There's really no special effects to speak of. It's just average overall on the look. It looks like these kids are going to school. So 2.5 out of 5. Creep. This movie's not really a scary movie. It is more of a suspenseful drama than a scary movie. It just deals with possibly the supernatural. You'd have to see it to understand, but kind of maybe possibly deals with supernatural, which would fit into the horror category. But it's not really a scary movie. I gave it a 2 out of 5 for Creep because, like I said, the music plays really well. There is the ghost that shows up, and the atmosphere was good, but it's not really scary. So we total all those up, and you get a 2.8 out of 5 skulls for Nocturne on Amazon Prime.